on, everybody? This is Mike Dean and you're watching Mike's Fish Room. Today I'm going to show y'all a quick aquarium hack, something that I came up with after looking for tank dividers for too long. I didn't like the options that were out there. A lot of the do-it-yourself applications just didn't work for me. I breed angelfish and I wanted them to have a little bit of a barrier between being able to see each other. They're still going to see each other remotely. They can see each other's silhouette through the divider, but they're not going to be able to see the details if the fish is right there in front of them. All that you're going to need for this project is some PVC. I personally chose to use CPVC because I wanted the smaller stuff that was easier to work with. I needed 4 90-degree elbows and then 4 straight shots to make the side walls of the frame. We're going to use 7 zip ties, real simple. Black zip ties because obviously the material I'm using is black. And then all you need to do is get the same material that you put in your cabinets for your dishes to sit on and dry. And this is going to be the actual material we use to cover the frame. Now all we're going to do is we're going to measure the tank out. We're going to get the correct dimensions for the tank that you have. Make sure that it's snug. You would rather overcut and have it a little too long to where it doesn't fit rather than have it too short and then it doesn't wedge in between the glass panels as well. First thing to do is make your measurement and then build your frame. And right here I simply have a square frame that fits to a 55-gallon perfectly. Takes a little bit of work to wedge it in, just a little bit of wiggling, but as soon as you get it set, it does not move on you. The fish can't knock it around. Well, first thing you're going to do is make your PVC frame. And so your PVC frame does not hold air when you try to submerge it. Go ahead and put a couple drill marks in it, just so that air can slowly bleed out. Then once you've got your square frame, you're going to cut your material to size, and I cut it just enough to where it can lap over and meet together right at the back end. So all I'm going to do is fold this over, and then I'm going to grab my zip ties. Now be careful with the zip ties, because if a fish decides to flash for any reason, whether it's just a little bit of gunk in the tank or whether they've got a parasitic infection, where you cut these zip ties can really cause some damage on the fish if they decide to rub up against it. So if it leaves a little bit of a jagged edge, take a little lighter to it. Take something just to melt those corners down a little bit. If you've got a soldering iron, you can use that. Now this was an old one that I already had made, but I had a comment this morning on one of my videos asking me how to build this divider. I'd already planned on showing, but I had 2 sitting behind this tank that were unused, and I wanted to go ahead and just break them down and show you guys how to use them. Now CPVC is always cheap. It's just a couple bucks for the material I needed. The most expensive part to this project is going to be that dish material, this breathable stuff. I want to say a roll of it from Lowe's cost me about $10 or $15. This roll right here, and I was able to make 4 separate dividers out of that one roll and still have plenty left over. So it was a little bit of an investment, but it allowed me to keep this project going afterwards. So you see on the back end I put 1, 2, 3. We're going to go 2 up top, and then we're also going to do 2 down bottom. This prevents any kind of fish from being able to get through it, and I just like to have my stuff sealed very well. All done. Nice and simple. Other than cutting your PVC, it's going to take you about 10 minutes to assemble this. It's not that time consuming, it's not that expensive, so I do think it's a very good option for the hobbyist who's trying to divide a larger tank up and not have to go out and buy a lot of tanks, or just, you know, we've got a local fish store here, NOLA Aquatics, and she was complaining the other day how these cichlids just tear each other up. They don't have the retail space to keep adding tanks. I said, have you used the egg crate material? You know, that light diffuser panel you can get at the Home Depot stores and stuff like that. She said, yeah, they didn't work for me. The fish tend to get through them. That's really the best part about this divider that I would say beats out the light diffuser panel. Nothing's going to get through that, but it still breathes. So over time, it'll actually become a harbor for beneficial bacteria if you have the water passing through these. I can do a review on them because I've been using them for about 8 or 9 months, and they've worked out real well. Like I said, the fish can see each other's silhouette. I've got them in all of my breeder tanks. They might come up to the divider a little bit and check each other out, but within just a couple seconds they go their separate ways and it works really well. The other thing I like about them is they're black, so they don't show as much, and they start to develop a little bit of a green algae, which I think looks real pretty, real natural. Way to cover up that artificial man-made product. Here are the dividers in use in my tank. These dividers have not been moved for a few months. The only reason I've got the holes in the back is because I had a different type of inlet pipe for my my water intake at first, and decided I didn't like that, so. Leave your comments, let us know what you think, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.